Hey, Engraver here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Works in Progress video. This is a piece called Mind Drift, and originally I was going to throw it away. This was one of those pieces that just remained dumb sounding for quite some time, but I thought, no, gotta work with it. There are some instruments I like. I'll check the instruments I don't like. I'll change the bass line, and that's just a tip for you composers out there. If a piece of music is not working, like an electronic piece, go to the bass line, improve the bass line, and I think it will improve your work dramatically. Get rid of the things you don't like, and you should be well on your way. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and listen to this piece. This is a sketch. It's not really even a rough draft, and a lot of instruments need cleaned up, just to warn you, but you will see and hear the mood of it. So let's take it away. So right away we are hearing a light percussion kit with an ambient piece of instrumentation. This percussion kit came from Seismic and the performer is Ronnie. This is provided to you by Logic Pro. And when you convert this to MIDI data, it takes you to the drum machine. I modified some of the instruments, like this first hi-hat here, where I have no attack, a little bit of decay. I changed the color of the down sample tone and added a little bit of resonance and volume. So that's one example. But you can also certainly go between the instruments, hi-hat open to crash, to snare, and you can see all the parameters you can modify, which gives you that flexibility to make a huge gamut of sound for one drum kit. And we have entered the bass here. Now it was really the bass part. It was really the bass part that improved this piece. Before, it was a very dumb bass line. And I decided to add percussion to this. Originally, I didn't have any percussion. It was more ambient. I'll go ahead and turn this down just a little bit. It was really, no percussion. So I decided to add percussion, and that really changed the way I was composing for bass. Spent a couple hours just following a bass line that followed the rhythmic template. So you can see here, that was one of the strengths that I did have for this piece originally, where it's a noise sweep and then just panning on the right and on the left and in the center. We'll refer back to those once the playback is finished. So as before, or as per usual, I should say, I dropped the instrumentation quite a bit around the 2/3 mark. That's kind of that golden happy medium where I want to change the nature of the song. And so it's light instrumentation, light percussion, and some ambience. And here is where I do want some sort of melodic line. Haven't decided what instrument or what the melody is. And then we enter the bass after some more build-up here. And this bass here, this bass line, is a permutation of the previous bass line here, where permutation, by that I mean you take a section here like from 17 to 21, and rather than put that first, maybe you put that second or third in the sequence and put something else first in the sequence. So with a little bit of modification, I did that for the bass line here. And then I do a recapitulation here. With kind of that bright ambient tone. It's kind of a bit of a sequence there with the chords, with the harmony. And this darker version of that ambient. Both are Alchemy instruments provided to you by Logic Pro. All right, that was my computer being very slow, as you can see right there. Just couldn't take it, just couldn't take it. That is the piece. So it's got this somber ambience to it, especially with that longer drawn out tone found in the dark gate instrument here, this Alchemy instrument here. It's got a fast, light percussion just to keep it active and engaging. There will be a melody, but I don't know where or how much melody I'd like to incorporate in this piece. So before we wrap it up here, let me go ahead and show you this bit of data. It's actually audio data, where we have a noise sweep. We have this original noise sweep that I called Airplane, so it must have been an instrument that had that word for its title. And you can see it's at the center, but I also doubled it for the right, a hard right and a hard left. And using the center, I instigate kind of a fluttering here of panning between right and left. So let's hear it in context right here. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it on your device, but you can hear it on studio headphones. It's a very fast flutter tapping at your ears. And let's solo these out and hear it with the noise sweep. I may add more if it's necessary, but I like it short, relatively short. So that was a strength of this piece, this older work that I did keep. And the noise of the sweep comes from this instrument here, a gate sweep, changing it to audio, and then converting that audio back into MIDI. Now this sidechain here actually I'm thinking of putting it for my dark ambient tone as a sidechain in the compressor here. But I'm not sure how much of that I want to apply in that darker ambient tone. But that is my piece. Thank you for watching and listening. Always be on the lookout for some more sound experimentation every Thursday, some live commentary every Monday nights, and until I see you next, keep producing the art you love, and I will catch you later. Thanks again.